Hi Chris. Hello fellow pipe smokers. My name is Patrick Callahan and I am doing this video reply to Chris's contest after receiving 1,000 likes. And I wanted to be able to share a little bit on this video about the process to getting to deciding on what my prized personal possession was. The thing that's actually cool about this is that this provoked all of us as a family to sit around and talk about this, because obviously people can view possessions as all sorts of things. And I'm surrounded by some things right now that are very important to me. This 1963 Gretsch on my left, this Taylor 912 on my right, and up behind me the 4 guitars in the Gretsch Americana series, which all of these have great stories in and of themselves and would be something that would be great to sit down and have a pipe, have some whiskey and talk about it, be able to give you a sense of where all these came from. And they're wonderfully important to me. But as I began to really think this through, the thing that held the most value or holds the most value to me would be what I wear around my neck every day. What I've got are 4 dog tags. Of these 4, 2 of them are for my youngest son, Sean, who was killed in action in Afghanistan last April 23rd, 2011. The other one I carry is of my older son, Daniel, who was also a Marine. And the third one in this block of 4 is the dog tag of a young man who was killed in the same vehicle that Sean was in. I just wanted to give a quick explanation of why I carry all 4 and why these are important to me. Obviously I carry Sean's because that reminds me every day, all the time, of how much he meant to me and what it is that to carry him with me throughout life reminds me of who he was as a person, an incredible individual. I carry Dan's, who is my older son, because that reminds me that Sean's death not only affected Sean, it affected the rest of the family. Dan in that context representing the rest of the family. And then I carry the dog tag of Dominic because that continues to remind me that every story is bigger than one person and bigger than one family. When our men and women put uniforms on and they are sent to places far away from home, every one of them does so understanding there's a great risk to them. And we all kind of banter about, I guess, I won't say casually, but we will talk about how much our freedom means to us and that we all understand and recognize that freedom has a cost. But these things make it clear to me every day that we live in a place and in a country that has been secured by the willingness of those people who've been willing to put on that uniform to represent us and to, in effect, put their life on the line for their country, for the rest of us every single day. The other thing that it does is it reminds me of a larger and longer tradition that we have as a country. These dog tags not only represent something that's very contemporary, very recent, it makes me realize that there's a tradition, a history that goes way back, and we see from the time that this country was born that there have always been people who were willing to do that. Now, I guess what I want to be able to say is to explain how all of that might relate to pipe smoking. When both of my boys were deployed, I began to get into a habit of taking a pipe out on our deck upstairs, and I'd have a little glass of whiskey, have the pipe, look up at the stars, look up at the moon, and I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I would end up talking to the moon, talking to them, knowing that when they were in Afghanistan or Iraq, they looked up and saw the moon. They saw the same moon that I saw. And somehow that connected us. And being able to have a pipe in my hand and be able to step back and reflect was really an excellent way to be able to clear my head, sort through all the things that I was thinking, and be able to do that exercise. After Sean died, that became a much more frequent part of my life. Partly to be able to work through everything that I, as a father, and we as a family had to deal with, and partly because it, again, just allowed me to settle my mind and think, reflect, find where the good in life was, remember that if there's anything about Sean, it was the encouragement to live life to the fullest. Every day, every second, every minute, take advantage of it. Don't give up. Move forward. Live it the best you can. And I have, I guess now, kind of come into a situation where those pipes and that experience has really become a great part of my life. And the folks at TPC, people like Chris, I feel like I'm part of a larger community of folks who really are incredible and really are amazing. And I guess the last thing I want to share with you is that one of Sean's favorite toasts, that we would have family gatherings where we'd be barbecuing, alcoholic beverages would come out, we'd all be sitting around, and then the guitars would come out, folks would start to sing, folks could start to laugh, and somewhere in that process he would always stand up and quote that Walter Winchell phrase, "Never above you, never below you, always beside you." And then we would toast. And that toast really became a part of our family heritage and our family history. And so do you, fellow pipers, and Chris. I say the same thing. Never above you, never below you, always beside you. Thanks so much for this opportunity, and thanks for making this contest something that really provoked us to think and to really go through and find what really is meaningful to us. You guys take care. Watch my fancy video skills as I walk around. Bye.